I'm Sophia, that's my friend Nathalie, and today we are doing episode 2 of a podcast called Spanglish that we have previously done. Now, sadly, in our last podcast, we did not present the information in
una forma, muy formalmente, no dimos datos específicos y como en este momento ya pasaron nuevas cosas, ya se sacó nueva información a la luz, entonces nos gustaría mencionarlo.
Yes. I think we both think that we didn't portray the topic and the severity that it is, and we believe that we should redo the topic with the information that was presented. So let's just get into it. We'll start with George Floyd, of course. Now, we have a bunch of new advancements on what's happening with the case, which happened all on the day that we filmed it, but we did not know about it.
Sí,
so,
exactamente.
First, we'll talk about the biggest advancement, in my opinion, which is the arrest of the cop. What's his name? Let me check. His name was Derek Chauvin.
¿Tú qué opinas, Sophie, que nada más hayan arrestado a ese y no a los 4 que había?
Honestly, I think it's absolutely, it's not okay. Because if you think about it, those cops were accomplices to murder.
Uh-huh. Exactamente. Ellos estuvieron ahí, pudieron haber hecho algo, pero no lo hicieron. Decidieron nada más ver lo que estaban haciendo.
Exactly. And you see the man there. We'll talk about a video that I found, but you see the man, and none of them are being basically a human with any ethics at all. They are just watching someone's murder like it's a fucking TV show.
Sí. La verdad es que siento que debieron haber hecho algo los otros policías si notan que ya estaba ya no podía respirar ni nada. Debieron haberse metido y decir, oye, ya bájale tantito, al menos. Pero no hicieron nada. Nada más el policía se le quedó viendo sin hacer absolutamente nada.
Yes, I agree with that 100% because, why would, if we were just talking about a regular murder case and someone knew about it, you would arrest that person for withholding information.
Sí, como cómplice, sí. O al menos deberías ponerle un cargo encima, pero no le hicieron nada. Según lo que sé de este tema, no le han hecho nada a ninguno de los demás.
Exactly. From our knowledge right now, which it is I don't know what day it is, the 31st of May, what we know of now that they haven't arrested anyone, only one cop, which is the one who intentionally killed George Floyd.
Exactamente.
So we can, at the beginning, I don't know how Nathalie feels about this, but we're going to move on to another piece of what's happening with this, the protests and the looting.
Yo siento que está bien... perdón. Sigue.
In the beginning, I personally thought that the protests were unnecessary. I mean, not the protests. The protests were necessary, but the violence and the looting and the rioting was unnecessary, and burning of buildings like Walmart and McDonald's are unnecessary. However, now that I've done the research and I have heard different opinions, I have come to the conclusion that if you're not aggressive, America was never going to pay attention.
Exactamente. También lo que opino es que la peor parte es que están protestando, tienen el derecho de protestarse y que los policías vayan y les empiecen a lanzar gas. Ya ves que les lanzan gas en los ojos y lo que sea. La gente está sufriendo y no están haciendo, nada más están protestando, es su derecho. Y hay varios policías que los han grabado y han dicho, están en su derecho, yo no les voy a hacer nada, yo no me estoy parado aquí para ver que lo del derecho o algo así. Pero hay policías que están aventando a la gente, las están lastimando y ellos no los están tocando. O sea, la gente está protestando y los policías llegan y los empiezan a aventar bolas de gas y así. ¿Tú qué opinas de eso?
Well, I'm not surprised because, well, what I do know is that the rioting and the looting if you look at the video, which I will send you now, the videos are not black people, mostly not black people rioting and breaking windows. You see these black organizers, the one that organized the protest, literally telling them to not do that. And you see all these white motherfuckers over here just shit, like, fucking trashing shit. And who gets the blame? It's the black organizers, of course. So I'm going to send it to you on Instagram right now.
Sí. Vas a cortar este silencio. A ver, espérame. ¿Ya lo enviaste?
Yeah.
Okay. A ver, vamos a ver el video. Ok. Siento que no es necesario. No es necesario que empiecen a dañar cosas que no involucren al gobierno, como en el podcast pasado que yo dije, si van a protestar, protesten contra el gobierno. ¿Por qué? Porque ellos tienen a esos policías. Así es lo que estoy pensando. Y en el video podemos ver a una mujer ahí diciendo que no lo hagan. Yo creo que piensa exactamente lo mismo que yo. No protesten de esa forma. Entiendo la frustración que tienen adentro, pero no deberían estar destruyendo cosas que no tienen nada que ver. Como el Target. Van, lo destruyen y lo roban. O sea, que haya una protesta bien. Que ellos se mantengan firmes de que ya no pueden estar haciendo esto, pero ellos van y destruyen cosas y roban. A mí no se me hace muy bueno. Quedan más, se ven mal ellos cuando en realidad así no son las cosas. Eso es mi punto de vista. ¿Tú qué opinas del video?
With me, I personally think that you see that obviously the people involved in the protest are not African American or African at all, or black people or people of color. You see that they're pretty much all white or of some Caucasian something, you know? Mm-hmm. But there's also the thing that I know, which is sad because it's my country, I know that America would have never paid attention if it wasn't violent. That news reporters and news coverage outlets like CNN, who are international news broadcasters, would have never covered these topics as serious as they're covering them now if there wasn't something that could spark interest. Because at the end of the day, it sounds terrible, but it's all about views, and it's all about how much of a shock value you can get out of something. And if that shock value is violence, then that's how you're going to get your word out. It's sad, and it's sad that people are trying to create a peaceful protest, but we need to understand that America only wants shock value. And the only way they're going to get it is when something big happens.
Sí, en la forma que tú lo dices del punto de vista de necesita gente que sepa el tema, sí. Estoy de acuerdo que necesitan hacerse conocer, hacerse de que esto está pasando y todos lo tienen que saber. Sí, pero siento que ya llega una forma de que incendiaron todo un edificio y tú no sabes si había gente adentro, si podías matar a más personas. ¿Sabes? O sea, eso es lo que se me hace muy extremista de su parte. Entiendo que estén frustrados y que quieran la atención para que puedan hacer un movimiento, para que las cosas cambien, pero incendiando edificios y tratando y pueden llegar a lastimar a gente, siento que no es la forma adecuada de protestarse.
See, that I agree with that. Obviously, if you want to make a point and have people listen to you and not criticize you, then the peaceful protest is the way to go. I mean, we look at examples like Martin Luther King that have done peaceful protests that were successful. But we continue to do more and more protests about police brutality and how black people are being targeted with systemic racism. And yet no one seems to care or pay attention.
Yo en eso no estoy tan de acuerdo porque si lo has notado, muchos estados se están juntando. En Nueva York se está juntando, Los Ángeles están empezando también haciendo sus marchas. Yo digo que sí tienen la atención que deberían tener. Ahorita es un foco prendido que toda la gente está volteando a ver. No puede ser posible que estén pasando estas cosas. Y siento que sí, en este momento sí le está prestando mucha atención la gente, no el gobierno, porque el gobierno sigue igual.
Yeah. On that I say, here's the thing. We've always had protests about systemic racism and how black people are being targeted by policemen or by just racists in general, obviously. But you've never had it this large. I've never seen a protest that has gone from state to state. And it's not that I'm too young to see it. No, I'm not. Because this happens every day, whether we see it or not. It happens in every single state of America, even in the most accepting states like New York and California. So the thing is that what I don't want to see is people burning down small shops, bodegas, and small people who worked for that shop. I have
Viven de eso.
Yes, exactly. They live off of that. But then you also come with the big corporations that are not showing support, that have never shown support, and are just there to make money. And sometimes off of people's anger. But then there's also if you burn down those buildings, you're taking away jobs that people have.
Exactamente. Es un daño colateral que están haciendo. En ese edificio, ¿de qué se trataba el edificio? ¿Qué era? ¿Eran oficinas? Yo no estoy enterada de eso, ¿tú?
What I understand is that they're mostly just big corporations. I saw a McDonald's, I think, a Target.
No, pero el edificio que quemaron, ¿qué eran? ¿Eran trabajos?
There were stores, pretty much.
A ver. Ya, pero estás dañando a la gente. O sea, no nada más, es lo que estabas diciendo. Estás dañando a la gente colateralmente. No sé, o sea, no tiene sentido. Y probablemente hasta gente que está manifestándose trabajan ahí y ya no van a poder trabajar y van a tener que buscar otro trabajo.
Yes. But then I'm not sure if what someone told me is true, but what I heard is that one of the buildings that burnt down were not burnt down by the protesters. It was actually burnt down by an undercover police officer. I'm not sure if that's true, but it doesn't sound to me like it's out of the question.
¿Pero por qué crees que lo harían?
To make protesters look bad, because the more violent we are, the less people will take it seriously.
Sí, pero sí, puede ser, quién sabe, yo no sé de eso. Pero también hay muchos videos de que ellos están destruyendo cosas, entonces sigo pensando que los ven así de violentos. O sea, no creo que el edificio vaya a cambiar muchas cosas.
Yes. Well, I mean, we both have different views on this, which is completely fine, obviously. But, I feel like I said, if there's no shock value, there's no coverage. Let's go to another one. Let's go to police brutality during protests. Wait, I forgot to send you something. There is a video of a store of a woman and a store owner posting that let their building burn. That they don't care because this is something that has been going on for ages and it has to be solved, which honestly put a smile on my face. Let me send it to you. I'll read it. So it says, it's from someone named Gandhi Mahal restaurant in Minneapolis, and it says, "Hello everyone. Thank you to everyone for checking in. Sadly, Gandhi Mahal has caught fire and has been damaged. We won't lose hope, though. I am so grateful for our neighbors who did their best efforts to stand guard and protect Gandhi Mahal. Your efforts won't go unrecognized. Don't worry about us. We will rebuild and we will recover. This is Hafsa, Ruhel's daughter, writing. As I am sitting next to my dad watching the news, I hear him say on the phone, "Let my building burn. Justice needs to be served. Put those officers in jail." Gandhi Mahal may have felt the flames last night, but our FLOYD drive will help protect and stand with our community will never die. Peace be with everyone. Justice for FLOYD. Black Lives Matter.
Siento que el texto va a tu punto de vista, ya que demuestra de que déjenlos que quemen el edificio para que puedan expresarse y puedan mostrar lo que está pasando. No como yo digo que no, que eso estás dañando a la gente, pero si el dueño cree que eso es lo mejor para la justicia, está bien.
So I'm watching your video now. Mm-hmm. So I see all the police officers. I'm not listening to it. Do I have to listen?
No escuches, no tienes que escuchar.
And obviously, I see this whole compilation of protesters, and police officers with rioting gear. And, it's true. That is America. It always has been. But now, like you showed us in the last episode with Will Smith's quote, we're seeing it because we have technology. This technology that allows us to film it.
Mm-hmm. La frase.
Exactly. So, there, in the end, that is from an outsider's view, what you see of what America is not the land of the free.
No, y el paso que tienen muchas razas ahí, no lo es.
Exactly.
Ni siquiera no se creó por blancos nada más. No, se crearon por mucha gente de diferentes lugares.
Exactly. And, people are so furious because Black Americans, African Americans, are the ones, their ancestors are the ones that physically built the United States. If you think about it, it is not our founding fathers. It is the slaves who built the United States, who created the basically buildings.
Ellos generaron muchas cosas, generaron alimentos porque pues, ahí los traían, la verdad.
Exactly. And, well, that's all I have to say about that. But since you showed me that video, let's talk about police brutality during the protests. Now, before we talk about this topic, I'm going to send you a video of something I saw during the protest of what police officers are doing to innocent people.
The effect of the tear gas.
So it seems like that people were very prepared.
No, we're behind the line.
Okay.
Okay, well, you keep going and go where you gotta go, and that's fine with us.
Okay.
We got plenty of time here.
Are you okay?
I'm getting shot. I'm getting...
Katie, are you okay?
Rubber bullets. It's okay. It's those pepper bullets. Bullets.
Who are they aiming that at?
Now you're shooting at the photographer.
Us, like directly at us.
Why are they doing that?
You're shooting at our crew.
I don't
Do
know.
they not know that obviously they see the camera?
la peor parte es que esos empujones que he visto, no es la primera vez. Hay un buen de recopilaciones que se ponen tan agresivos que los avientan, se paran y los vuelven a aventar, y se paran y se los vuelven a aventar. O sea, si esa persona hubiera caído un poquito más cerca de la banqueta, se hubiera roto la cabeza. Bueno, la columna vertebral, y ya se hubiera quedado paralítico, o le pudiera haber pasado cosas peores. Entonces, ellos van a ocasionar más muertes haciendo eso. Mira, ¿viste cómo se golpeó en la cabeza? No. Se pudo haber matado. Si notas, esta persona se está yendo y lo siguen persiguiendo y lo siguen golpeando. No entiendo por qué. ¿Qué hizo? Y lo siguen golpeando. Y él se quiere ir, hay gente que se está metiendo también y está empujando a la gente. No, espérate, él se metió y empujó a la gente normal.
The last one I sent you is the most brutal one. And that's the one we're gonna focus on.
Yo vi uno creo que lo guardé, ahorita te lo muestro, que son recopilaciones que los lograron grabar. Yo digo que deberían dejar que la gente proteste en vez de agarrarlos a golpes, porque es lo que estaban haciendo con el video que me mandaste que aquí vas a mostrar. Pero bueno, quizás si nos lo dejan subir con ese video. Pero bueno, déjame ver este. Ay, no, Sofía, me rompe el corazón esto. O sea, él estaba así. Todos los blancos estaban así. Pero el único de color se lo echa. No, ya me estoy empezando a cagar.
The last one is the worst one, I'm telling you.
Ese que estoy viendo.
Oh my God, bro.
Basically, the rubber bullets are supposedly like regular bullets, but they don't pierce skin. Right? Mm-hmm. It's to scare off protesters.
Y duele como una bala, pero en realidad no lo es.
Exactly. Some dumbass fucking... You know what? I'm not going to call them stupid because some police officers are good. But some dumbass fucking motherfucker decided to shoot this girl in the head. And it pierced her skin. That's not the only incident. Yes, right there. That's not the only
estaba casi
incident.
Desangrando. O sea, le sale tanta sangre, se le veía sangre en todos lados. No.
She's in the hospital now. The fact that they have to hospitalize her for a rubber bullet. The fact that you cannot aim your gun somewhere else. Like to the body to the physical body. If you have to shoot the gun, the rubber bullets, hit them in the body.
En las piernas, ¿no? O algo.
Exactly.
Pero no en la cara.
Exactly. Because if you're a police officer, you should have been trained how to aim a gun, whether it's an airsoft gun or a real gun.
Están entrenados. Lo hicieron a propósito. O sea, es lo único que pienso. Que más quieren dañar a la gente, pero de una forma brutal. El video de la niña, ¿qué? O sea, ¿cuál es la necesidad de que se va a protestar por la gente? Pero va y sale ahí, ay, no sé, ni siquiera sé qué te puede llegar a hacer el gas. Te puedes quedar ciego, chance, no sé.
And then that's not the only incident with the rubber bullets. There was one of a young black kid, a teenager, shot in the face also. Shot in the face and was bleeding. Someone picked him up and was taking him to get care. And you see the boy's face bleeding all over the arm of the man carrying him.
Ay, no, qué gente. Mira, te voy a mandar este video. Este es en general de los policías, del abuso de los policías. Este me puso muy mal. Yo también me quedé sin palabras. Me quedas, mira.
Exactly.
¿Cómo es posible? ¿Por qué utilizan la fuerza a todo? O sea, entiendo que es el país con más armas en todo el mundo, pero no necesitas vaciar tu cartucho de cosas esas hacia gente que no lo necesita, perros, cosas así.
Just
Digo,
because
no lo muestres, está horrible.
just because you know how to use a gun doesn't mean you should.
Estoy completamente de acuerdo en eso.
And you know, it's honestly it's something, I mean, I know I sound so cynical, but it's something that will not, we can fight and fight and fight, but there will always be that one asshole in government or anywhere that's just like, oh, black people are either putting this on themselves, that they deserve it, or that they're too aggressive. Because in the most of the videos, you don't see them being overly aggressive.
Así están,
Yes.
así están, no están haciendo nada y llega la gente y les echa gas en los ojos, es como...
Exactly. Now, let's continue. I will put the videos on the screen for the people watching, but
No creo que los puedas poner, Sofita, van a bajar el video.
I don't care. You know what? If people need to see it, people need to see it. And whoever watches this, it might be one person, it might be 50 million. I don't care. They should see this. And if you can't watch that video, the fact that I can watch it and I'm 15 years old and I can watch it means that you don't understand what is going on in the world if you can't watch someone being hurt and not feel anything. If you can't even watch it because it will hurt you too much, then you're oblivious to everything that's going on. But, you know, let's go on to something else. Now, we know the cop, what's his name? Fucking asshole.
No sé, pero siempre te preguntas cuál es su nombre, no sé.
I wrote it down. His name is Derek Chauvin or Chauvin. I don't know. Now, the cop's former wife has written an official statement about her husband, right? Which I'm happy that she's showing solidarity to the case, because I will send it to you now and I will read it out right now to the people watching. But it is, honestly, I'm happy to know that the woman that he married was absolutely not a piece of shit like him, you know? Her name is Kelly Chauvin. We're just going to say Chauvin now. I'm assuming that's his name. So I'll read it. This is a statement on behalf of Kelly Chauvin and her family. This evening, I spoke with Kelly Chauvin and her family. She is devastated by Mr. Floyd's death, and her utmost sympathy lies with his family, with his loved ones, and with everyone who is grieving this tragedy. She has filed for dissolution of her marriage to Derek Chauvin. While Mrs. Chauvin has no children from her current marriage, she respectfully requests that her children, her elder parents, and her extended family be given safety and privacy during this difficult time. So, I'm just happy to see that not everyone in who marry a racist could have the same ideas. Mm-hmm. You know, that at least she did something right with her children, you know? I hope she did.
Sí.
I hope she didn't raise racists. But,
No,
you know, the fact that she is showing solidarity with the family, although she has a long history with her ex-husband, she is still showing solidarity with the family, the family of the man that the officer killed.
Por lo menos, sí, siento que no tiene... Él hizo eso, él lo hizo, no su familia. Su familia no debería estar dañada de ninguna forma. Eso es lo que yo pienso. ¿Tú qué opinas?
I think that she also had her personal reasons for sharing that statement, because she could have been thinking about what the consequences would have been for her family, because what I see is that she's still using Mrs. Chauvin. So maybe
No me había dado cuenta.
Exactly. So maybe either she enjoys the name, or she put out the statement to keep her family from being harassed because she is related in some form to the police officer who is getting a lot of hate right now.
Ahorita sí que le van a echar mucho. Le va a pasar muchas cosas a la familia.
I think this is her way of saying, look, I know the guy, but that doesn't mean I agree with what he does. Mm-hmm. But it also
Pero que
could
se
be...
conocían. Salió eso, que ya se conocían.
Yes, we'll get to that in a few. But, but basically, like, either she's doing it for the right intentions, or to protect her family, or she's just doing it to look good. I'm not saying that she is doing it, because you can never know. Mm-hmm. But you don't know what her intentions are, because they can be pure, but they can also be very sinister.
Sí. Yo creo que sí lo dijo de una forma sincera. No sé, eso es lo que yo pienso. Pero quién sabe, uno nunca sabe las intenciones de nadie. Puedo andar mintiendo y yo no sabría, ni tú.
Alright, well, let's move on, because the wife isn't important in this situation. She's already distanced herself from her ex-husband, so let's talk about something else. We'll talk about the cops' previous complaints about being overly aggressive. So I will send you another photo of of his reports, all of them. What I see is that there's 18 complaints. 18 complaints of, I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm not going to search up. That is the chart of all the complaints that Derek Chauvin has ever gotten in his police career. So we're going to talk about his 18 or 17, I'm not very good at counting apparently, complaints about complaints. The officer has 18. 18. How many freaking complaints can you get as an officer who should be protecting people? Now let's take into consideration, from what I heard, the other officers also have multiple complaints, but he has the most complaints out of all of the officers.
Son muchas, ¿eh? Después del break que nos tomamos para que me explicaras qué es esto, son muchas disciplinas y debieron haber hecho desde la primera. Es como ver qué está pasando, la segunda, a ver qué está pasando, la tercera ya va. Como todo, tienes 3 chances. No 18 chances.
I know.
O 16, no sé cuántas son.
But, I think it's only 17. I counted that one wrong. He has 17 complaints. 1 with disciplinary action. But most of the officers at the scene also have complaints. Some have 2, some have 6, I think.
Pero 17, ya, Nathalie. Pero 17 son muchas. Ya, yo creo que la gente que trabaja ahí debería estar como de, oye, no está bien esto. Te vamos a bajar de rango, no sé, te vamos a poner a cuidar parques. No sé cómo ahí ya funcione eso. Pero yo siento que es una alarma cuando hay más de 3. Esto es una alarma. Algo está mal con este policía cuando tiene 3. Y ya cuando tiene 4 o 5 y así empieza a subir. Tiene ahí un amigo o algo de ley.
Exactly.
Se le haga paro.
Now, obviously his complaints are very important, but I don't think it's going to be relevant to our point. So let's move on.
Pues sí, lo pudieron haber evitado. sino él es muy agresivo, ya hay varias cosas de que estuvieron mal, pues hay que bajarlo de rango. Y ahí pudieron haber evitado lo que hubiera pasado, pero pues no.
Of
Porque le
course.
pasó a mucha gente, porque son 17 personas que pusieron una queja. Pudiste haber evitado 17 casos, no, Sofía, no.
Alright, well, let's go to another topic that really, really made me mad when I saw it. Now, I'm not going to post the ones of my friends, quote unquote, because I have some people I know that are posting shit like, oh, I don't know why people are protesting, or I don't know why people are rioting, that everything that is going on and the looting and the breaking shit is because of these protests. And are you happy that you got the guy in jail? Like, the protest is not just about putting the guy in jail. The protest is about showing the government that people, black people, are being targeted. It's not just about George Floyd. However, his death is the one that really provoked it. His death is the one being portrayed. But it's not just about George Floyd.
Sí, de acuerdo.
So I know some people that are posting that. I'm not going to post them because it's unfair, because this is a private account, which I'm not going to expose them. I don't give a shit. I'm not about that life, okay? However, if someone else posts it, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
O
that.
sea, no con la idea, pero de que expresan su opinión, aunque sea
Yes.
no tan bueno.
Okay, so there are a pair of children. Children.
Niños.
Literally teens, okay? People our age.
Soy mayor
Our
que tú.
age.
Yo estoy más viejita.
Who are posting on Snapchat jokes about police brutality. Now, I'm trying to find the picture so I can send it to you, but they are posting jokes about police brutality. So now we address the situation of people making fun of police brutality. Now, the name of this dumb fucking idiot, because that's what they are,
Sí.
the person that posted this is named Adam Wilkinson. And they basically just put a picture of his friends or him imitating the scene of George Floyd. With the...
Eso se me hace una falta de respeto porque he visto videos donde los papás le están enseñando a sus hijos cómo mantener su respiración para que no se ahoguen. O sea, le están enseñando a sus hijos de, si algún policía te para, ¿qué le tienes que decir? No estoy armado, no sé qué. Les están enseñando, porque un niño de, ¿cuánto? De 10 años tendría que saber cómo responder a eso cuando le están apuntando con una pistola. O sea, no tiene, ¿cuál es la necesidad de que un niño chiquito tenga que pasar por eso? Porque hay casos de niños chiquitos, jóvenes, adultos, de todas las edades que están pasando por eso y que se burlen cuando en realidad hay papás que les están enseñando a sus hijos cómo sobrevivir, cómo no morir en el que le estén haciendo eso. A mí se me hace una falta de respeto. Y muy racista de su parte igual.
It's true. Most black parents have to show their children and teach their children how to act while a police officer is around, so that they do not get killed.
Sí. Sí. Que sí, varios videos así.
Okay, so now let's talk specifically about George Floyd. Not about the protest, not about the officer. Let's talk about George Floyd. Because we are forgetting the reasons for this protest. Sometimes. We are just saying that Black Lives Matter, which is, of course, that is the point. However, we need to remember the person's death who pretty much started this chain of events going on in America. Now, we'll start with the video of cops beating Floyd while he is in the car. Yes.
No lo he visto.
So, George Floyd is seen in the cop car, or kind of, not even, and police are still beating him. Now, I don't know if this is after he's unconscious or dead, but from my understanding, he is. What I think is that he is still conscious, or he's not, and they're just being fucking assholes. I mean, they're already assholes for doing it in the first place, but...
¿Qué tanta rabia le tenía para golpearlo cuando él ya está esposado? Él no le podía hacer nada. No le podía hacer nada. Y él le pegaba, le golpeaba. Ay, hay que estar conscientes que lo mató con 46 años. No estaba tan joven, pero tampoco estaba tan grande. Tenía toda una vida que vivir.
Yes. And from what his friends and family say, is that he was a very peaceful and calm. He was a good Christian, read the Bible, cared for his community.
Y fue asesinado por un policía racista.
Exactly.
El 25 de mayo. ¿Estoy en lo correcto? 27 de mayo.
Now, I don't want to remember George Floyd as just some man being beaten by the cops. So we're going to talk about his relationship with his mother. Because in the video, the original one that was posted by his sister, or by someone, I don't remember who it was. I think it was his
Su
sister.
hermana.
Yeah.
Sí, lo vi.
The video shows him crying for his mother, calling for his mother. Now, his mother had died 2 years before Floyd was killed, and the anniversary of her death was actually, I think, yesterday. And where I'm getting all this information is from a black activist named Shaun King, which most people will know. And in the description it says, "That's baby George Floyd, little Floyd in his mother's arms, no troubles, safe and secure. She passed away 2 years ago today. The loss crushed him, and his final breaths he called out for her. My heart's prayers is that her spirit somehow comforted him as he passed away. Maybe he saw her. I was a pastor for many years and have heard of people close to death seeing their loved ones."
Qué fuerte. No sé qué decir sobre esto, la verdad.
It's honestly just so sad, because we only see, now we're finally seeing who George Floyd was as a person, as a son, as a Christian, not just as a man who has been killed by a police officer. And while I don't agree with his personal life being put out to the world, we get to see who this man was, and we get to build a personal connection with George Floyd, although he is dead.
Sí. Ay, no sé, Sobi, no sé qué decir. No sé qué decir. Oh, está muy feo todo esto.
Now we see people in the protests, a video I'm going to send you, giving moments of silence for Floyd and for other people who have been victims of police brutality and systemic racism.
His name.
George Floyd! 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 George Floyd!
O sea, que pudieron reunirse y llegar a ese punto de todos están juntos. Eso demuestra que todos tienen el mismo objetivo y todos están juntos. Pero siento que debieron haber dicho también otros nombres, porque no nada más es el único caso. No es la única persona que ha sido dañada por oficiales. Así yo creo que debieron haber dicho más nombres, que sepan más sobre el tema. En mi opinión. Porque la protesta no, como tú lo dijiste, la protesta sí se ocasionó por eso, pero no nada más es por él. Es por todo, por en general, por todas las personas que sufrieron. Obviamente él hizo que me explotara todo esto.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I actually agree a lot on that. It's not just one person. Now, let's talk about another video. This whole episode is focused on videos because that's how we can get our point across, right? Mm-hmm. So there's another video of a bus driver. I'm pretty sure a New York bus driver refusing to drive a bus with protesters who have been arrested by the NYPD. Which is a good thing, obviously, because he's showing his support. They had been arresting so many people that the NYPD basically just put the protesters in a New York City bus and declared them arrested.
Dice que también arrestaron a un reportero de la CNN.
Yeah, that was on my story.
Y él estaba como, ¿de qué?
Exactly.
No entendí.
That was on my story. So.
Sí, sí, entonces lo vi desde la tuya.
Mm-hmm. Now,
déjame ver el video.
Yeah. Well, while you watch that, I'm just going to say something. I wanted to bring up the point of, just to have people not be confused about my race and why I can say these things and why Nathalie can say these things too. Everyone can have their own opinion, of course. The fact that Nathalie is a supporter of what's happening is good. The fact that I, being so in my own little bubble, because let's remember, I don't live in the United States. I'm black, but I never grew up in predominantly black communities. And I barely have any black friends, but that doesn't mean I don't feel for these people. Does that mean I have it as bad? Of course not. So I have an opinion. This obviously affects me. This is my country. This is the police officers that I would be dealing with on an everyday basis if I still lived in the United States.
Una pregunta, Sofía. Si tú estuvieras en Nueva York, ¿irías a las marchas?
Of course, 100%. I would have gone with no questioning. I would have gone without a doubt. I would have grabbed all my stuff. I would have put on a mask and I would be out there right now with everyone. Exactly. I don't care if they arrest me. I don't care If they shoot me with rubber bullets, I don't care. If they throw tear gas at me, I am going. Sadly, I cannot because I do not live in the United States. There are no protests in Mexico from what I know of right now. And there are no protests in Mexico City or in Cabo, where I am right now.
No, aquí en México no están protestando, no. Porque aquí en México no hay tanta gente de diferentes razas. No digo que no haya, o sea, sí hay, pero no a la magnitud de que puedan hacer un movimiento.
Exactly. And plus, Mexico has nothing to do with this topic about police brutality for the United States.
Sí, también.
So, yeah. I just wanted to say that because I don't want anyone accusing me or saying that I'm not black enough, or I don't even live in the U.S. and I have no opinion.
Tú viviste allá.
Yes, that's
Estuviste
my
ahí.
country. That's where I was born. I spent 11 years there. I'm only 15, so that means I've spent 4 years out of the country.
Pues yo soy más mexicana que nada. Como digo. Yo soy más mexicana. Yo ni un año he pasado allá en Estados Unidos.
So I just wanted to make that clear.
Ahí la dejamos.
I think so. Well,
Llevamos un buen de tiempo.
yeah.
Listo.
Thank you, everyone.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, for listening in if you got to the end. Because the fact that you listened means that you really care. And if you only listened to a portion and you didn't even get to the end, or you skipped to the end, at least you had the guts to at least click on it.
Sí. Cualquier cosa de que nos faltó información o algo, coméntenlo sin problema. Yo no me voy a ofender. Ya sé que me quedo callada y me quedo como... pero así soy.
Obviously, with an hour of footage, we did not cover everything. We did not ever cover the video because I don't feel like it's necessary because everyone has pretty much seen it. If you haven't seen it, go search it up. It's all over the place. So, you know,
Vamos
I
a seguir
think,
haciendo más podcasts
Yeah.
de temas controversiales. Entonces, si quieren escuchar más, pues subscribe.
yeah, exactly.
Pica
Just
el
like
botoncito,
Nathalie.
es gratis.
Exactly. It is free, so you have nothing to do in quarantine. Don't even go there. We're in summer. We are in the summer months. There is no school. So you can either watch this whole thing or at least subscribe. Okay? So
O hacer algo.
exactly. So obviously this George Floyd's death is not a joke. We're not trying to disrespect him, but that doesn't mean I have to. I'm generally not a serious person. The fact that I'm even talking about this is very weird because I don't talk about these things. But, you know, honestly, Nathalie's a great person and she listens.
No ser racista. Soy de México.
Make it clear, Nathalie, she's very light. But she's not white.
Nah. Ves
She's
mis brazos
light.
y dices como...
She's not white, but she is light. But she's Latina.
I'm Latina, I'm Hispanic.
Exactly. She will probably go through the same, not the same, but similar racial issues.
Ah, sí, en los aeropuertos.
And,
Nada
yes,
más.
exactly. Being Mexican just puts a mark on her head going into the U.S. because we already have problems with Champa. We're not going to get into this. We're going to end this.
No.
We're going to end this.
Ay, déjalo, Sofi, no nos vamos a meter en ese tema.
Yeah. Our respect, both of our respect goes to the families and to the victims of police brutality, of systemic racism, of racism in general.
Sí.
This is not a joke. So I swear to God, if you comment anything under it that's insensitive or rude, I don't care. I'm literally blasting your ass, okay? You can continue an argument. That's fine. and say your opinion, but I don't want any insensitive crap on this video. So, yeah, just do whatever. Comment down below. Subscribe. Share the video. I don't know. Goodbye.
Bye.